What's good, guys? It's Cam. I'm gonna have a full July 2025 portfolio update, and I want to break something down bigger than stocks. We're also going to talk about Trump's proposed tariffs on Canada, how that might affect our portfolios, and how I'm moving my money because of it. Before we get into it, let me hit you with a number: $248,000. That's my portfolio today. It's gone up over 107% since I started. Some of y'all know I started this account with a few thousand here and there. It wasn't always that big, and I'm still figuring it out along the way. But what I'll show you today is not just the gains. I've got losers. I've got trades that didn't go the way I wanted. And I even got some moves this month that I'm not too entirely sure about yet. Dive deeper real quick. If you got anything out of these videos, drop a like. It helps way more than you know. Let's break it down. So here's what I'm holding. July 2025. We have Nvidia, $62,000 USD. About 410 shares at around $15. Speaks for itself, and this whole position alone. Still bullish, still holding. Got Tesla, 60K USD, 200 shares, $31 a piece. This one I trimmed recently. Used to hold around 225 shares, but I took some profits, rotated that money into something else, and you'll see it in a second. We have TD Bank, $20,000. My Canadian bank stock, okay? This one's for the dividend drip and long-term stability, and it's up over 23%. And we have Meta, $11,000 US, 16 shares. Pretty, $217. That was my initial buy price. AI, ad revenue. VFV, love this one, 10,000 Canadian. Added this one to my position, sold off some Nvidia and rotated into 60 shares of VFV. Broad exposure to the S&P 500. We have an Amazon call that expires in 2027, $7,000 US, newly added. And this is my big bet for e-commerce and cloud AI growth. We got Microsoft, about 6K in there, 12 shares, nothing crazy, but it's my exposure to software, cloud AI. Apple, 4K USD, still holding this for way back, but I keep it for stability. Nvidia, 2026 call, about $30 US. Now, let's change gears. Trump is proposing to slap a 10% tariff on all imports, and that includes Canada. It goes all the way through. We're going to see the ripple effects on things. We have supply chain, commodity prices, and Canadian companies doing cross-border business. That's especially big if you're holding Canadian banks, manufacturers, or export-heavy ETFs like VFV.to. Here's what this means for investors like us. Volatility is ahead, even if the tariffs don't go through. Just the uncertainty will make the markets move. I'm positioning for it because I'm increasing my exposure to US tech, trimming Canada slightly. Canadian dollar, weakness. If tariff go ups, Canadian dollar might drop versus US dollar. That's bullish for my US holdings when converted back into Canadian dollars. TD.to and VFV.to, there's risk. Exposure is relatively low, but I'm watching these like a hawk. If things get worse, I may rotate more into US ETFs or companies with domestic only revenue. Here's what I've done over the past few weeks. Sold 25 shares of Tesla to lock in gains. Sold 100 shares of Nvidia, took profits on strength. Used that to buy more VFV and start my Amazon Leap call. And, more cash. Gonna start depositing more. Waiting for more long-term volatility. My game plan is to continue trimming the overperformers and putting that capital into broader exposure or long-term call options. I want to be ready if markets get rocky during the US election cycle. Don't get greedy. Tesla, Nvidia, they run crazy. But I took some profits and I'm cool with that. Keep dry powder. Cash is underrated in volatile times. Don't ignore macro, super important. Tariffs, elections, inflation, they all move the market. I'm learning as I go, still making mistakes, but every month I get a little bit better, and the portfolio's proof of that. If you made it this far in the video, you're a real one. Thank you. If you're new here, I talk about, and everything I wish I knew when I was 18. New videos every single week. Drop a like, subscribe, and let me know what you're buying or selling in the comments down below. More updates coming soon. Count your blessings. Stay sharp. Peace.